Hello everyone, welcome to English and German classes by Kanishka Jain. So today's topic is going to be a grammar topic in German. Please don't be too afraid, it's not that difficult. If you correlate it with Hindi or English, it will be easier for you to understand. And there are certain topics that you do not need to correlate at all, that I'll tell you step by step. Okay? So let's start today's topic. What do you think today's topic is going to be about? If we start learning a language, the first thing we try to make is make a sentence in that language. We have learned that before. If you have not, please see the Vorstellung video. Okay, in that we have made sentences about ourselves, our own introduction in it, in German. So, in that, what was all the first words, if you can recall? Whenever you're going to give your introduction to somebody, what's the first word that you're going to say to someone? That's I, right? I am doing this, I am doing that, I have done that, my name is that. It's going to be a pronoun, yes. So, and those are all personal pronouns in English. Don't worry, I'm going to make an English video about it too. Okay? So, personal pronoun in English are called Personalpronomen in German. I hope you pronounce it with me so that you are able to understand better. So, personal pronomen, as you can see, there is a lot on our plate today because there is verb and endungen also. Now, what is that? You might be curious, and why we have an an? It's an en. But I told you, German में a कहलाता है. So, pronounced as an a. So, there's an an also. What's this all about? Don't worry, we'll go step by step here also. So, personal pronoun, as I just said, if you're going to say something about yourself to someone else, so you talk in first person. So, the first personal pronoun is I, which in German is ich or ich, as you can see on your screen, in English or in English. And in Deutsch is German. So, German in German is Deutsch, as I said before. So I is ish. You is do. You is second person. When you have to talk about someone else, what do you say? You have to do this. You bring me a glass of water? Something like that. When you have to talk to the second person, another person in the conversation, you use you. And you in German is du. Okay? Then you are talking about someone else altogether to someone else. When you are using third person pronouns, when someone else is being talked about in the conversation of two people, we use third person pronouns. The first third person pronoun is he, she, and the new addition, they. Okay? So I don't know if there is a German version of they. I'm sorry for my ignorance if that has happened already. But yeah, so it's he, she, and they. And German, he is er, she is sie, and it is s. There is a neutral gender also in German. There are three genders. Already leaving transgender, there is already three genders in German. Okay. Then if we talk about a group of people as in third person, what they will be like? It will be we, which include us. So it will be we are doing this, we are doing that. So we in German is wir. If it pointing out indicating towards a group of people, and see, this does not happen in English. They all is not an English pronoun. Don't think they all is an English pronoun. Okay, it's they, not they all. But there is an exception in German, as they all is referred as ihr and they is referred as small z, small sz. Remember the small sz. And you formal. Now see the beauty again. German and Hindi have nothing to take from each other. Indians and Germans never were together. And if you see the punctuality of both the country citizens, it's far off. Okay. Still, you can see a commonality that there are two U's in German, just like two U's in Hindi. Tum or aap. Similarly, sorry. You is du, which means tu, or the informal you. And you formal is z, which means up. Is the formal one. You use it for people you don't know much, or your colleagues, or your schoolmates, for them. Okay. Now, what is verben endungen? Why I am going to discuss about this also in this very video. I could have stopped here. You have learned a lot in this. There's a lot in your plate in this. But there is a confusion too. If you notice that the Z and Z for she and Z for you formal is same. See the spelling, they're same. So how do you know which one is which? That helps by verb endungen. Say any line in English, say any simple affirmative sentence in English, and you will notice that the verb always comes on the second position. I come from here, I want to go there, I do this, I will do this. Anything you say in a affirmative simple sentence structure in English, verb is always on the second position of the sentence. Similarly, when you want to know the difference between the she of Z and she and you formal Z, you have to see the verb which always come on the second position in the sentence. Now, how would you know the difference? By that verb in German generally have an infinitive ending, a base form ending or a normal ending. मैं कहना क्या चाहती हूँ इससे कि वर्ब जो जर्मन में होते हैं जर्नली उनका एंड ए एन यानी ई एन जो इंग्लिश में होता है उससे होता है परंतु बट व्हेन इट कम्स in German in front of ish. Whenever a verb is used after ish, which is on the second position of the sentence, always remember this. Ish, it becomes a only. A is e. Okay? So ish komme aus Indien. See, now the infinitive form, base form or the normal form of the verb in German is kommen. But whenever ish is going to be the subject of the sentence, it is going to be ish komme aus Indien. Okay, it means I come from India. Whenever it's going to be do, it's going to be stay. So whenever it's going to be do, it's going to be du kommst aus Indien. Can you see the difference of the ending of the verb? An has changed to a and stay. So therefore, verb endings change as per the pronoun in the subject. Okay. Then there is er as sie. We have te. So er kommt aus Indien. Now you can see I said te, but in kommt I said kommt, right? Te. So that's the difference of pronunciation of a letter and a word when it's come in a letter, like when the letter comes in the word. There is a certain difference regarding that, okay? You have to tune up accordingly. Then there is we, which is wear. Wear, whenever wear is the subject of the sentence, verb ends with the second position verb ends with an. So where common aus Indian. हम भारत से आए हैं. We have come from India. Then they all, which is eher. So again, te. Eher kommt aus Indien. Now, even though there is a similarity in er, z and eher, we can see the subject is itself different, right? So we can make the difference. Eher kommt aus Indien. So they all came from India. Okay. Then is z. Then z kommen aus Indien. आप इंडिया से आए हैं ठीक है in Hindi as if I say. So you can see the difference, which is whenever it is Z of she version, it ends with a te. The verb just after it will end with a te conjugation or endungen. Its end will be te. Z kommt aus Indien. Wherever when it will be you formal, it would be Z. that verbs ends with common. N. Okay? So, to answer the question, whenever it ends with an, it's a U formal Z, and whenever the verb ends with te, it's a she wala Z. Okay? I hope this helps. Thank you. Bye bye. Or auf Wiedersehen.